What up, though? It's your boy Just Dale, and I'm back with another BMF review. I know we had a skip week, and I'm a little bit late with this one. I'm sorry, things got really busy for me, but we're going to go through episode 7, so let's get into it. So the skip week is over. We are back in Mexico for the start of this episode, and it looks like the boys might be getting out. But then Meech notices someone approaching, and he says it's the federales. So they suit up, guns ready to go crazy, and it cuts to Detective Bryant. Short one today in Mexico. Detective Bryant is on his usual nonsense, stinking out of Granny's house. He delivers the great line, "Nobody spends that much time with their granny," which it hurts me. I wish I was able to spend that much time with my granny. I probably would have. Anyway, Terry and Meech are still at odds, and Terry is running out of product and can't get anything out of St. Louis. He comes up with the bright idea of gambling. Yeah, for a guy who's supposed to be so smart and technical and business minded, why does he always resort to gambling as a way to solve problems? It's not a very effective business strategy, from what I understand. I don't know what's up with that guy. He has a serious problem no one is going to address, I guess. Meech continues to try to settle with the Moors and have them not have beef with Pusher and create a whole war on the streets. Also, the length of his afro keeps changing so much, I'm getting very confused. We then get to see Nicole looking very pregnant as she tells her parents she's no longer going to go to college and she's going to wait a little while as she raises her child with LaWanda's advice. I can say I'm a little surprised at how far this character has come in just 4 seasons. And shout out to Lila Pruitt, who gave us an amazing interview. If you didn't check that out, go back and check that out after this video. Great actress and a lot of insight. So shout out to her for sure. Purdy, who is still here, is still not doing what she needs to do. She took some shots. She's still on drugs, so much so that she overdoses in the studio. She gets taken to a rehab. Later on, Meech goes to check on her, and she checked herself out of there. I mean, what can we expect? This girl has serious problems. I don't know why he's even holding on to her at this point. I guess he had too much invested, but it's time for her to go. Cut her loose, Meech. You should cut her loose. Lucille is getting pressure from the church about not bringing in enough money, and they kind of want to push her out. I don't really have sympathy for Lucille because I just don't like the character. I really just don't care. She does all of these things. She's so into the church and she needs to be more into her family. So it's hard for me to be sympathetic of her situation. But those church folk are pretty ruthless. Pusher on his rampage goes to the Moore's food donation spot and kills a woman there. This guy needs to be contained. He's totally a loose cannon now. He's like a full-on Gotham City Batman villain. Somebody needs to take care of him. It's the point where he's got to go. What, don't you think? He doesn't even respect the game at this point. What happened to honor amongst thieves? He's just walking around shooting innocent women and stuff. This is insane. Terry and LaWanda have a nice moment in this episode where he literally gives her the codes to the safe. She's going to be keeping track of the money, which I think is great. She's much more of a solid person than Markeisha. And they talk about the kids and how everything is going. I like these two together, man. I kind of wish they would just fix it because I can't stand Markeisha, and I know she's up to no good. She's going to get everyone in trouble. Of course, Markeisha walks in and interrupts the beautiful moment, and she starts gaslighting Terry on how she was always doing these things for him and how she loves him, and he falls for it because Teddy is an idiot sucker for love, and he agrees to take her to Atlanta? Really? Really, Terry? Lucille is speaking with a friend about her issues, and she tells her how to actually get the application for welfare approved by going to a male attendant and, flirting them up a little bit. She also gives her a little advice on her love life, you could say. But this is an interesting scene, and to see her actually try to fulfill it and go and seduce the worker at the welfare office, and it works. I mean, it's crazy. These things actually happen in the world, so. Poor Charles. Everybody hates Charles. Are we doing that this episode? I don't know. Shout out to the commenters who said they have no sympathy for Charles whatsoever. And rightfully so. Charles has made some very bad decisions. But still, this guy gets just the crap end of the stick most of the time. But this episode actually wasn't that bad for him. So I guess we don't really need a poor Charles segment this time. Nicole's baby shower is just a small event at the house, and she informs everybody that she hopes she has a boy and she wants to name him Demetrius. It seems like she's not giving the father Breeze any say-so in anything that happens. He's kind of just there. But her wanting to name the baby after Meech is kind of interesting because their relationship has been pretty strained in this season. She says she's not naming it after anyone, but I mean, that is your brother's name, so I don't know. Markeisha shows up with a huge gift, much to everyone's surprise, More manipulation tactics from her. She just wants to get in and be in everyone's faces. Nicole stands 10 toes down and gets her up out of there. I mean, she's Team Lawanda. We don't want to see you here, Markeisha. Thanks for the gift, but beat it. After the baby shower, Lucille is cleaning up and she finds an envelope that Lawanda brought on strength of Terry full of cash. I don't know why he didn't just bring it and give it to Nicole himself in the hand, but whatever. Lucille picks it up and it seems like she's going to try to pocket it. Don't do that, Lucille. We already don't like you. Don't steal the baby's money. Come on, that's an all new low. That's an all new low. Kia and Meech's plan to kill her cousin Pusher goes into full effect. She runs up on him and pulls out a gun. But she doesn't have the heart to do it, and he talks her down and then slaps the mess out of her, in which time Meech comes in with his gun and he starts talking. But it's his brother who finally has the gall to just pull a trigger and just ends it and pushes out of there just like that. Pretty anticlimactic. Just shot from a man off screen and laid there dead. One out the way. Lamar's still out there, though, so we got a lot of problems to finish in these last 3 episodes. Meech uses this opportunity to strike a deal with the Moors and put Kia in charge of the St. Louis operations, which might work out. She seems like a pretty cool girl. Markeisha takes Terry to some bougie party to try to make some connects or whatever underhanded things she's trying to do at this point. And it's gambling there. So you know what Terry's gonna do? He's gonna gamble. He winds up getting into this big craps table war with this guy named Tank. He looks super familiar. Who is this guy? That's the guy from B. Simone's dating show, Invisalign. He said he wanted to be an actor. Glad to see him actually living out his dream. Shout out to him. He ends up stiffing Terry on some gambling wins. I don't see how this could end well. I don't know why people do these type of things. But later on, Markeisha uses her connects to find out where this guy lives. She gives the information to Terry at a cost. I don't even understand why they think she's ever really there to help. She always wants to get something out of it for herself. She's pretty selfish, but Terry falls for it and takes a bath with her. Later on, Terry does man up and approaches the guy, and he does get his money. Shout out to Terry for not getting punked by a random football player. But questionable decisions follow Terry everywhere he goes. He did call a pregnant Nicole and ask her to smuggle money across the airlines to him in Atlanta. Yes, he did. And when she got there and gave him the money, he acted like he just didn't care at all and told her he didn't care what she named the baby, which was just like, what's up with this guy, man? I thought you loved Nicole. Why is he treating her like that? Markeisha is a bad influence on everything. She's a bad influence. She's a bad influence on me. I'm about to just do something wrong. It's her fault. Brian finally gets the approval to raid Granny's house, and he does find a crap load of drugs. He's threatening the young man. Him and his cigarette that stuck to his lip are interrogating him and telling him that Granny's going to get years and die in jail, which is a sad thing for anyone to hear. So the guy decides to snitch, not even any hesitation. He pulls out a notepad and just starts writing everything. He's writing everything. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe he has a trick up his sleeve, but it's kind of looking like it might be something bad coming from this. Someone's going to jail. Well, overall, episode 7 was a pretty solid episode. I did like it. We got a lot of extra story elements, a little bit of action. So I would say I'm looking forward to what happens next. We got 3 more episodes, 8, 9, and 10. There's some great surprises there. Shout out to the people at Stars for giving me the opportunity to interview some of the cast and screen some of the episodes. But my future knowledge is coming to an end. One more episode and then I'm in it blind like the rest of you. So stay tuned, subscribe. Let's have some fun on the ride for the final episodes of what may be the final season. Stay tuned. See you guys next time. Just out. Peace.